Welcome back to another 2010 Weekly. Guys, it's great to have you along, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Today we are at the 6 Mile Bottom shoot, a incredibly well-known simulated shooting experience for anyone that's from a novice right up to a seasoned pro in game shooting. This allows you to enjoy those shooting day experiences all through the year. Shooting clay targets with our shotguns, having a lot of fun, having all the quality of a shoot day, but instead we are shooting clay targets. And these guys behind us, Richard and Jackie Clarke, are some of the two most well-known people within the simulated shooting day industry. Guys, this is a 2010 Weekly, and we are visiting 6 Mile Bottom shoot. Let's go and have a chat. All good?
Yeah.
Right, well, here we are at the wonderful 6 Mile Bottom shoot, and we are joined by Richard and Jackie Clarke. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, Jake.
Are you all right?
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
Yeah. Just finished a busy day.
So what we're going to do, I'm just going to run through about kind of how a day is here, really, and what people can expect should and when they come to visit you, you know, and everything like that. So it's going to be very informal, and but it's just one of those where people can get to know you guys and get to know what to expect on the 2010 day, which we're having here on the 22nd of August.
Yeah.
So we're very much looking forward to that. So Richard and Jackie, firstly, who are you two and how did you end up doing this together? Jackie, how did you end up starting this?
I have no idea how I got here. How did we get here? It just evolved, really, to be fair. You've been involved in
Well, I
shooting.
can tell you how it started.
You've been involved in shooting all your life.
I can tell you exactly how the simulator started.
Put that
You
under
need to
your...
hold this so we can hear.
When I first came to 6 Mile Bottom, I worked for an oil company, and the first month of working for an oil company, they were going to be taken over by some oil conglomerate, and they were just going to be. And I just phoned up the boss and said, "Am I going to have a job?" And he said, "Are we any of us going to have a job?" I said, so 6 months later, I said, "Can I run a business alongside what I do for you, just in case we get taken over?" And he goes, "As long as it doesn't interfere, Richard, with what you do for us, that's fine." So I started the simulated shooting alongside the pheasant shoot and the partridge shooting, which was more predominantly pheasants in them days.
Yeah.
Which was 34 years ago. Then we started up the simulated, which then sort of evolved, and then it did happen. Enterprise Oil did get taken over by Shell.
Yeah.
And luckily for me, Shell were very politically correct and didn't want to see anything shot. So Enterprise Oil, as a redundancy package, sort of gave me the business. So then we went for the game, and then obviously the simulated.
And would it be fair to say that you guys really started this simulated driven? It's become incredibly popular recently, but
I think there was a company in Lincolnshire called the Really Wild Clay thing that did it, but I sort of stole the idea from a chap called Steve Reynolds, who does it on a very good basis, but it on a small scale, but does it very, very well. But I thought I could do that at 6 Mile Bottom, so we did it.
Yeah.
And then we've just, we're on it.
fair play, fair play. So that's going to lead me nicely into after that very, very good explanation, Richard. But one question I would like to know is, who of you is actually in charge? Go on, Jackie, get the mic.
We both are.
Brilliant.
I do all the technical stuff, and Jackie does all the hospitality. very well, I must hasten to add. Very well.
It is fantastic.
She looks after all the clients. She looks after the clients' needs. But being a gamekeeper, I know exactly how they want their shooting, how to mix it up a bit, and just basically what people want.
Yeah.
So we have to take into consideration on every single day the weather, the wind, where the sun is, because people don't want to be shooting stuff like that bright sunshine now. So normally in the morning, the sun rises in the east, and if the wind is coming from the east, we're in trouble.
Sure.
Because we always like to bring the clays with the wind.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can do with a crosswind and it's not too bad, but when the birds are coming against the wind, we got the facilities to make the clays go into the wind as best we can. So whatever happens, we always can make a day up.
I mean, I guess for us, it will all come to these simulator days. We don't pay much attention to that. We just, you would think and assume.
Same as game day, Jake. Nobody knows what the hell goes on.
Yeah.
They just, a lot of these people, and that's one of the reasons. I mean, I'm going to swiftly moving on while we've packed up the game shooting. You're getting a lot of people through coming now, all the gear and no idea. And when they arrive to come shoot with me in blue jeans and trainers, a professional gamekeeper, it's not what you want to see.
Fair.
When they shoot and they put the gunners in the slip and they go and sit on the where's the next drive, people should shoot, they should pick their birds up, they should converse with the beaters, and it's not the reason why I gave up game shooting, but it is a lot of contributed to
it. So when you come on a game day, when you come on a sim day, the thought that goes into it is not just launching clays out of a trap. It's exactly the same. And would you say, Jackie, that's a misconception of simulator shooting?
100%. Yeah, but we don't want people to have to come here and worry about the sun or the weather. That's not their problem. That's our problem. We want people to come and feel that they're getting a really quality simulated game day, regardless of, we get wet weather, we get hot weather, as we all know, and we carry on. And what happens behind the scenes is what Richard's good at with the team that we've got. And we, as the girls' team, we call it, in the lodge as well, and out on the shoot, we make sure that we try and cover all of that without people actually knowing the panic that goes on behind the scenes occasionally,
like a duck on a mill pond.
Absolutely.
It's all like that. But underneath, we are absolutely paddling like mad. I mean, at the moment, we've got a breakdown of one of our lifts has broken down. We've got a ram, and it's a big problem. But today and yesterday, we actually got through it.
Yeah.
Because we've got 4 traps, and we just had to have some person on each trap, making sure, and the clients didn't know.
Yeah, we've got a team that have got the knowledge and the skill to know we have a problem. It's like, right, let's get this sorted, and they get it done.
And that's the important thing.
And the clients don't know anything. We're giving our secret.
So I think if you're a fan of the concept of the 2010 day, or you've been lucky enough to been on one and enjoyed yourself, then you're probably going to be a fan of the Fish and Game podcast from the Side Country Network, because the 2010 day is all about sharing your experience with like-minded people, and that's very much the journey we want to take you on with the Fish and Game podcast. Is come with us, enjoy it, maybe learn a bit, and have fun. There's a link in the notes below. Cheers, guys.
And that's absolutely fantastic. And you can tell the hard work that goes into it. So it leads me really on to, after all the days that you've both run, what keeps you excited to continue doing this? Jackie, what keeps you excited?
I just get a buzz.
Talk about this before we go on air?
I get a buzz. I get a buzz out of someone will ring up and say, we've got a team of 30 people. We want to do something outdoorsy. Can we come to you? And that really gives me a buzz. We get together. We work out what we can do, what we can offer them. If they're a team of people that haven't shot before, even better. Let's introduce some new people into what we do. Bring them out into the countryside.
Yeah.
And it's just the buzz of getting people, get the organising it. Richard says I'm a control freak. I just like to have the.
You are.
I like to have everything organised, and I like a spreadsheet. Who doesn't love a spreadsheet?
Who doesn't love a spreadsheet?
And just pulling it all together, and on the day, everyone turns up, they have a great time, and I just love it. Our team loves it. We do love what we do,
And you can tell that. And I've been here many a times, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And I wouldn't keep coming back if I didn't enjoy it so much, because it is the team behind that not everyone would necessarily see.
No.
It's the lads out on the traps and getting sorted, and Richard taking his team round, and then your team in the lodge there.
Absolutely, yeah.
And it does. you've done incredibly well to maintain it and to keep that kind of friendly atmosphere. So that's how I feel about it.
I think friendly is the thing as well. I mean, I do come across as a bit grumpy sometimes, but
It's
who
part
you?
of your
No,
personality.
stop it.
People love it. Where's Grumpy Richard? Where is he? Where's
and
the
if I'm
Grinch?
nice some days, they go, "What have you
What's
done
wrong?
with Richard?"
Can we have the real Richard back, please? But so, what would you
flattering, I
say? So, what would you say at the end of the day? Yeah, what's the thing that you can both sit down in the evening after a day people have been here? You go, that was a bloody good day. How do you know?
We judge it on laughter.
Today, for example.
For today, one of our chaps that works for us, Duncan, he's a great right-hand man. He goes, "I've never heard so much laughter in that gun bus." So if you send them clays out, it all goes quiet. Jackie goes, "Guns ready," blow the whistle, whoosh, the clays go out, and then everybody starts giggling, and then that's how we judge it.
Fair play. I think laughter is a great way to judge it, isn't it?
Isn't it just? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And banter.
Yes.
Friendly banter,
And engagement.
unfriendly banter, any sort of banter. We see it all. But today in particular, we had a birthday celebration of her family and friends, and they didn't stop talking. We didn't engage a great deal with them because they were doing that themselves. We didn't need to intrude.
If they said, we let them do their own thing.
Yeah, but the gun bus, you can hear the laughter.
Joker and a family, if you want me to be a clown, I don't mind. I'll do anything.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Yeah, dress up as.
Yeah, exactly.
But so going on for somebody that's never been to the Wadlow grouse butts in particular, and or to 6 Mile Bottom, what can they expect for the day?
They can expect, if they do a lot of game shooting, but they can expect every game bird is replicated by a clay pigeon and a rabbit as well. So they'll get the grouse in the grouse butts. They can't see the traps coming. The grouse come at you. We don't have them like grouse because if they're coming at you like grouse do and you shoot them, you're going to get showered with clay. So we try. So we have got a little bit of we've got a lot of spring on them, so they come quickly, and we've got a little bit of elevation on them, so they're sort of quartering away. And people come off the grouse, and if we get trouble with any of our drives, and we say we've got to do, sorry, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we've got to do a drive again today, and they go, "Oh, can we do the grouse again?" They just love it. They just absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So they're authentic grouse butts. They're in stone butts. They've got the hoops on the side, so nobody gets shot. And it's good, just good fun.
It is exhilarating, and with the 12th of August just gone by, it is that bit where you can actually afford to, kind of come into standing in the grouse butts. I mean,
I've got a lesson on that next week. Some chap's going grouse shooting for the first time. He wants to come and have a lesson, double guns, and so we do that as well.
Oh, so people can come here and book a lesson.
Yeah, they're going shooting somewhere for a particular discipline.
Yeah, we got nice high birds, so we can replicate anything.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good. So, so that leads on to really the difficulty, for a novice and or for an experienced gun. But how testing can these clays? And how can you humble a cocky gun? Someone who rocks up.
All the time. Yeah, I love it. It's my speciality.
We just say we call it all the gear, no idea.
Love it.
Right, we won't name names, but you get them.
Come on,
they rock up, and we like to start on the high birds sometimes, and you get that first flush go over, and the gun goes up, doesn't hit a thing, and then you've got somebody down the road that's got a normal shooting gear on, hasn't been bragging about anything, bang bang, left and a right, first time, and we stand back and smile to ourselves.
I can imagine that being a lot of fun.
Our speciality is making sure that the novices are looked after and making sure that they can hit stuff as well. So I've got a lot of friends, a lot of gamekeeper friends, a lot of people that come and help us, retired gamekeepers that come and just stand with them. And mainly the obvious thing is safety. Yeah. Because if they shoot me, they'd be in serious trouble. But basically, it's all about safety. And the lads that we employ, they will get them hitting them by the end of the day.
This is the thing as well. They're not coming for a competition, and nobody's putting them under pressure to hit every target. It's not what it's about.
And nobody's looking at them.
No.
Yeah. You're in your own zone.
Yeah.
They're interested in what they're doing. they're not interested in what you're doing.
It's relaxed. We want people to be safe. That's the thing. Richard's just mentioned safety. So Duncan and I stand behind the line of guns. We're not counting people's scores. We're not judging their shooting, other than the safety aspect of anything. So all the targets that Richard sets on all the drives, they're shootable with their somebody who hasn't shot
Except
before.
when there's a wind behind them, some of them
they can
middies.
be challenging, but
Challenging.
Yeah, they can be,
you're
and
not-
I've
you're not
experienced some of
shooting-
those.
It's
But
not a registered competition. It's a simulated game shoot. So
and I guess you can look at the experience of the team before they arrive,
Absolutely, yeah.
and then you can say, "Oh, okay, right, we're just going to lower those down a bit,
Yeah.
or we're going to make sure that they can see what the high birds are like." But if you are a novice,
we'll start on a different drive. We'll start on an English partridge drive, which is fantastic. So they're coming over the hedge.
Yeah.
They're not up in the air. They're coming over, and you've got a tutor standing with you, so you get the feel of the pulling that trigger for the first time is a bit daunting for somebody. So once they've done that on the first drive, then we'll go round to the high birds, and they can have a go on those. And they're slower. People think, oh, I can't do the high birds, they're really hard, but you've got more time. And our tutors are really good, the guys. They'll get people calm and just steady, and people come away absolutely loving it and wanting to do it again.
and you mentioned about you having tutors here. Can someone come on one of these days have maybe never even held a shotgun
Yeah, we
before?
do all that. Yeah,
So
we-
there is
Yeah,
there is
we
no
specialise
barrier
in
to
that.
any entry to
Absolutely
come on a
not.
simulated day at Six Mile Bottom.
No,
we
none
do
whatsoever.
a day where during COVID it was a bit difficult for people to get groups. So what we decided to do, what we call an individual day. So if you wanted to come along and somebody else wanted to, we mix and match 16 people. And some of them had never ever shot with each other. Well, they never have shot before. So you got a group of 3, group of 2, and we max it up to 16. And by the end of it, they're friends, and they want to know when they can come again. So
Yeah.
so
We've been
anybody
doing
can
that
come
for
on
a
that
long
day,
time,
and we can hire a gun. If they hire a gun, they have to hire a person.
Rightly so.
So we charge for that, obviously. So we can charge. So if you've got 2 of you that have not shot before, you can halve the price. So 1 gun would suit, and then 1 shooter. So
Makes it
that's
more
and that's
economical for
lowering the
people.
barrier to entry even
course,
more, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
So that can only be a good thing, for any shooting, because I guess this is a gateway into maybe getting a shotgun certificate.
Absolutely.
Then
yeah.
going on a
Or
driven game day,
shooting, yes.
and then going
Yeah.
on, and then buying a gun dog and all those types of things.
There's
And
obviously a process, isn't there? And you've
Yeah.
got to start somewhere. And we try to be inclusive. Obviously, we get people ring up and say, "I'm going game shooting in September. I've not shot before."
Sure.
We would recommend they had a lesson rather than come on a simulated day to start with, just
Yeah.
to get the feel of what they're actually doing. But it leads on. It's definitely a pathway to going.
Yeah, and I think it's
game shooting.
it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it also stands on its own as well, as a good
As
day
a
out.
good day out,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. So with regards to pulling the trigger and having, and that's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
How many cartridges would someone coming expect to shoot on a
An
day?
experienced gun would shoot between 200 and 300 cartridges.
Yeah.
A slab. So you reckon
Yeah,
on a slab?
We allow
Yeah.
a slab.
Depends.
Yeah.
I mean, we have some, the young lads. Some of them will shoot 400 or 500.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Because
today
they just
a
want to
couple
shoot
of them-
everything. It's not like, oh, I want to shoot everything. So that's fine. So, but we I always say that in the beginning, if it's in your airspace or anybody's airspace, it's fair game.
So you encourage poaching?
Well,
it. Love it.
Yes, it's Richard's thing on the safety brief is that, and the rules are don't pinch anyone else's birds, and they all go, really? And it's like, no, do what you
I say
like.
in jest. I say in jest. No, I mean, we haven't had anybody gone away with any grumbles yet.
No.
And they've always booked again.
Yeah, I've never seen a grumbling face and what
No.
have you. And so that leads on as well. Anyone would think I've written these questions, really, isn't it? How about young shots? Now, I know that because I've photographed young shots
You
days
did.
here in the past, and so I know the hard work that you put in and the encouragement for young shots.
Yeah.
But on the 2010 day, one of the things for advertising this upcoming event is that parents, dads can bring their sons
Yeah.
or daughters along and share that experience. End of the summer holidays, kind of a well done, your mother hasn't killed you type of thing.
Yes. You survived.
That's exactly it. For a young gun,
Yeah.
I know you encourage it, but perhaps you could tell us about young guns and what have you coming in, and the enjoyment that you've seen over the years.
Yeah, we get lots of people asking if they can bring their son or daughter with them on a simulated day. We don't have a problem with that, as long as they're understanding the safety aspect of handling the gun.
they look after them and
they're
they're
responsible
responsible
for them. That's the thing, as long as it's all managed properly, they're welcome. 12 is the limit, really, we've done age-wise so far. We felt that anyone less than that doesn't quite have the same level of understanding, but there are exceptions to the rule. Obviously, if they've been shooting since they could hold a gun, everyone's different.
But 12 is,
12
the
is
safety,
net
and I think
for
that's
us.
a good one here.
Yeah.
You say the age of 12. So if there was anyone out there that was thinking that on the 22nd of August, from midday they wanted to come and bring their son or daughter,
Absolutely.
would say if they're older than
Yes.
12 and they've got some experience of holding a gun,
Yeah.
they feel comfortable putting a gun in their shoulder,
Bring them along.
and have fun, stand there, load for each other, because that's how the day works, isn't it? You pair up on a
It's the
on a
sociable
peg.
side of
Bit
it,
of dad
isn't
and
it? Yeah.
daughter, son, bonding.
Yeah. And so when a drive is going, whether or not the grouse butts are high pheasants, and I can see the drives all around us
Yeah.
from here, and it's a spectacular view over Cambridgeshire here, and
We're very lucky, aren't we?
you really are. So how does a drive, Richard, could you tell me how a drive would start and go through?
Well, we obviously draw for pegs, and we give them a sequence how they stick to. Which is, you're not actually standing next to the same person all day long. Because if you're a little bit inexperienced and you have got a greedy gun next to you, it's a little bit soul destroying. So we try and move everybody around, and we'll just go out on our gun bus, and just basically it runs like a proper shoot day. You get your pegs, you get Jackie and Duncan placing you on the pegs. We stand for 9. But if there's only 7, then we'll move you up or move you back, depending on which way the wind is blowing. And it's just basically run like a shoot day.
Yeah, so we'll place them on their pegs in the pairs. Richard, in the safety brief, will instruct everyone only one person shooting at any one time, so you'll have the first person. So Duncan and I will make sure we wait for everyone to get their guns and cartridges out. Sometimes you have to wait a little longer for someone to remember that they need to get their gun out, but we're quite patient. And then when Richard's not around, we're quite patient.
Get on with it. Just get your gun out.
So then once everyone's ready, we radio to the guys doing the traps, about to blow the whistle. Then we'll shout, "First gun's ready," blow the whistle, and the drive will start.
We're stood on peg, coming over, and you've mentioned it a couple of times where there's a sequence and you're shooting away. Someone's loading for you, and then you've got a partner,
yes,
and they'll load for you, and then it'll be their turn after
so
you
we blow the whistle to start, and then we'll run the sequence, do the shots, and then we'll get to the end of that sequence, and we'll blow the whistle to stop that sequence, and they swap over. So there's a few minutes for them to put one gun away, get another one out, whatever they're doing, or if they're sharing, get themselves ready, and we repeat the entire sequence again. Do the same process.
Yeah, I mean, I think
it's so simple.
It really is simple, and I think ultimately, for anyone that is leaving here, they're not going to be leaving here without a smile on their face. No. I've seen it before. Any 2010'er that's coming on the 22nd of August I know for a fact, will be driving home from here, because you guys do just put on one of those spectacular days where there is laughter, because not only do the people get well looked after from the shooting aspect, but your hospitality you're renowned for it, Jackie. You're renowned for your hospitality,
good.
And your team. The 11th it's using game that is from the local area and what have you. But then it's often
We've gone into a lot of venison sausage rolls, venison Scotch eggs. We do little Yorkshire puddings with venison slithers in them. So we're trying to use up the
everything that's around here.
If people go away here with burnt fingers, a sore shoulder and a headache, then we've done our job.
And a
full belly from an incredibly big steak dinner. I can assure you it's one of those. So then, lastly, somebody's sitting at home watching the 2010 Weekly on YouTube, and they're wondering whether they should come to 6 Mile Bottom to come and see you guys and everything. What would you say to them?
Well, Richard used to say, when I first worked for you, your thing
My saying
was,
is,
just give it a try.
Just give it a try. Everybody wants to come to 6 Mile Bottom, but they don't know it yet. Is that right?
You used to say that as well, one of your sayings. But
because I know that once they've been, they'll come again.
Yeah.
But it's just getting out there. It's just getting it out there. We try and advertise. Social media, we've got Jackie's daughter does social media and does it very well. So what we're trying to do is we're picking up momentum now, and I just think that if we can carry on, now we're going through the winter now because we're not shooting game. Hopefully people will say, well, it's a cheaper alternative. And if you go shooting, you're shooting for the sport, but also you're going shooting with your mates and having a crack. Well, you can have that here. You
if
can
you want
still
some
do
fun,
that here. You
some
want some fun.
exhilarating shooting and some good food and nice people.
Not
then
the same
come.
standing out in the field when the snow is coming horizontally at you and your fingers are burning with frostbite, and you're not shooting a good old cock pheasant. You're shooting clays. It's not quite the same, but I should be promoting it really. But
Yeah.
it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
But we are going through the winter. We are going through as much as we can.
Yeah, and I've just seen on your socials there that you're doing days, and if people wanted to book on days in October and
Yeah.
November, if they booked before the 31st of August,
yeah, they get
Jackie, is it
10% off, yeah.
10%
Yeah.
off? And you're also doing a Christmas shoot, I
Yeah,
saw
we've
as
got
well.
a Christmas individual
Christmas
gun day,
jumpers
which is
compulsory.
it's really popular. That's selling fast.
It's
I might
selling
have to
fast.
stick another date on actually.
Oh, really?
It's, yeah,
Is that
I think I've
because-
got 4 left on that date?
Richard's the pantomime horse, is he the front or the back?
Yeah, he's Father
Both.
Christmas. They can sit on his lap. That's what they come
Is that what they can come
That's what
for?
they're
They
coming
can
for, yeah.
ask Father Christmas, yeah.
Well, they've been a good boy. Then we go into a dark place now.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Well, I think that's a perfect opportunity to say,
End it
guys,
there.
thank you so much for agreeing to be on this. We're very much
No,
looking
thank
forward to
you.
the 22nd of August. This is a wonderful, wonderful venue. You guys have been amazing. You've offered a lot of opportunity for me here. I haven't got into the background, but my dog's learnt to pick up on this estate. I've shot some incredible birds not too far from where we're sat now. So on behalf from myself, thank you
Thank
for what
you,
you do
Jake.
to this industry. You guys have been brilliant. So thank you very much.
Thank you so
Best of
much.
luck.
Thank
And
you.
there we go.